Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
What is going on, people? Thank you guys for joining Big B Daily. This is your man, Big B. We are live on TikTok. What's happening, TikTok? What is going on, YouTube? My man, Dakota Billings, is back in the house. What's going on, Dakota? Thanks for coming back to the show. I appreciate all you guys being here, man. Again, every day, Monday through Friday. Well, I shouldn't say every day. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, and we're thinking about that. I'm wondering about the time, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Either way, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Bring a buddy next time you come in. Tell a buddy the next time you come in. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate all the support. So 3,500 likes is what we're shooting for on TikTok and at least 30 new follows. So if you're in here and you're not following, please give us a follow. We appreciate it. Same thing on YouTube, man. If you're not subscribed, come on and subscribe over on YouTube. We are just getting going. Just getting started. So we appreciate all the support, man. Let's get into this a little bit today. So LeBron and the Lakers. Let's just say the Lakers. Let's not put all this on LeBron. Because as the topic, as you guys see, LeBron can't carry the Lakers. And I don't think we should expect him to carry the Lakers. He's 39 years old. You know, I mean, at what point do we hand the reins, or should somebody take the reins from him? You know what I'm saying? And he's getting old, but I don't know. I mean, the way he played last month was incredible. But it's getting to one of those things to where he can turn it on for a month, and then he turns it off for a month. And then he turns it on for a month, and then he turns it off for a month. But at 39, what are we expecting? So what's going on, Mike DeRuler? Appreciate you being in here, man. It's crazy to me what was going on. And I don't know, man. I'm looking at some stuff on YouTube. Anthony Davis has got to be better. He's got to be better. And I take that back. Anthony Davis is playing good basketball right now. He's not hurt. He's got to be more consistent, but he's playing good basketball. And he played good last night. I mean, what was he, 29, 17, and 6? I mean, what are you doing? He played good last night. You got to give the man credit. But it's everybody else. Austin Reeves is playing okay. But like last night, Taurean Prince, 29 minutes, no points. And you're a starter. That can't happen. Cam Reddish, 19 minutes, no points. That can't happen. Just can't happen. And then you got guys sitting on the bench. Hachimura, I think that's how you pronounce his name. We'll just call him Rua. You know, he's a little bit hurt. He's banged up. And then you got Snitch Russell, D'Angelo Snitch Russell. That guy. I mean, come on, man. He's doing nothing. He can't guard a telephone pole. That's part of his problem. He literally can't defend anybody. That's terrible. That's terrible, TikTok. That's terrible. You got to guard somebody. And if you're not going to guard, score me 25 points. He can't do that. It's bad. It's bad right now. Lakers are in a bad way. Trade deadline's coming. They got to make a move. Go get Zach LaVine. Go do something. And as quiet as it's kept, and nobody wants to talk about this, nobody wants to say it out loud, Darvin Ham is not that good of a basketball coach. Let's just be real. He is not that good of a basketball coach. That's the problem. Not that good of a coach. You know, if we're just being honest. He's not getting the most out of anybody. The sets and rotations are bad. Darvin Ham's just not that good. They still don't have a shooter. We shouldn't expect a 38-year-old man to have to carry a basketball team. Am I wrong, TikTok? Am I wrong, YouTube? A 39-year-old man. Why does a 39-year-old have to carry your team? Can somebody take the reins? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, we're moving on to somebody who doesn't need anybody to take the reins. Oh, Luka. Luka he doesn't need anybody to take his reins. He just needs some guys to keep making shots. Luka's saying, I'm trying to be the best player in the league. Luka is basically saying, I'm the best player in the league. 33, 9, and 8. Shooting 48%. Come on, people. Come on, people. Luka is doing his thing. Luka is doing his thing. Now, he's in the conversation for being the best player. If we're doing top 3, you got to include the Greek Freak in that. So is it the top 4? So I don't know. That's my whole thing. Is Luka, Embiid, Joker, and the Freak. Is SGA in that? Absolutely. He's got to be in that too. But Luka is doing his thing. I mean, even with Kyrie on his team, which Kyrie's playing good basketball. They don't have a ton else. When your third best player is Tim Hardaway Jr., you're not great. You know what I'm saying? You're not great. Your team isn't great if that's your third best, because Tim Hardaway Jr. can't even dribble. He can't dribble. He can't create his own shot. He relies on Kyrie and Luka to get him shots, which is fine. But I'm just saying, you're not a great team. And somehow the Mavs are making it work. And if they make a trade at the deadline, if they can somehow pull off and get another scorer, somebody else that can create their own shot, that's not ball dominant, but if you kick them the ball, they can go get their own shot. If the Mavs can find that, look out. Look out. Because right now, Luka is ball dominant, as we know. Kyrie is ball dominant, as we know. But if they can go find another guy that can just shoot or create his own shot, but doesn't have to be ball dominant to do it, I love it. I love it. So, and if Luka, I like what you're saying, Kelvin. If Luka could defend better, the league would be cooked. You're right. You're right. He's not a great defender. He's gotten better. I'll say he's gotten better. He's gotten better as he's gotten in better shape. I think that's the one thing that we're not talking about Luka. First of all, Luka is strong as an ox. And now he's taking his conditioning more serious. And as he's taking his conditioning more serious, I think he's looking at it like, man, I'm really good. When I take my conditioning super serious, I am really good. So I like where Luka is headed. If the Mavs get another, I think they're going to make the playoffs anyway. But if they can get another score, if they can make a trade and upgrade even more, I think they can be dangerous. I think they can really be dangerous. You know, especially in the playoffs. Kyrie and Luka, although they haven't proven it together, they've proven that they can get some stuff done in the playoffs. So if they can figure that out, I like the Mavs. I know I'm biased because I live in Dallas and I'll be at a Mavs home game in the playoffs. I'm going to be going, yelling and screaming. But that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I love what Luka's doing this year, man. I love what Luka's doing this year. So, Gene the Bean over here on YouTube. What's going on, Gene? SGA is top 3 MVP candidate, in my opinion. I don't know if he's top 3 just yet. I don't know. I still would say it's Luka. I still would say Embiid and Joker. But I think he's right there. I think he's right there. And you could probably put him ahead of Greek Freak, although Giannis is in that conversation. Giannis is in that conversation for sure. He's got to be. He's got to be. We're crazy if we don't think he is. So, but yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is, and we talked about SGA yesterday. He's that dude. I love how he plays. He can't get, he's like Luka. He's just a smaller Luka. He gets to any spot he wants to get to. He can't be sped up on the court. If you give him an inch, he's shooting the lights out. And he'll go right by you. He'll go right by you. And he's quicker than what people give him credit for. Even though he doesn't play super fast, he's quicker than what you think. And he'll get to the rim and have an uncontested layup where Luka will get by you and he'll body you up, and just beat you up when he gets down there. SGA will get by you and he'll shoot a wrong-legged layup and you can't even get off the ground. I just love his game. I love where everybody's going. SGA plays way better than Luka. That's insanity. Come on, man. It at least be realistic. At least be realistic. Sam Presti knows what he's doing. Yeah, he does. So, and SGA don't play no defense either, man. Stop it. Stop it. We got people on TikTok talking about this great defense. SGA don't play no defense either, man. And you're talking about Luka 3 years ago when he didn't guard anybody. Stop. So, and anybody, and this just shows you that you don't know real basketball, Overstreet. Anybody that brings up, hey, look at his steals. So in 90 possessions, because you stick your hand in a passing lane twice, means you're a good defender. Sit all the way down, brother. Sit all the way down. 2 steals in 90 possessions don't make you a good defender. Sit down. Let's move on. Pro Bowl snubs. There was a few. So James Edwards over on TikTok came out with the one that I didn't even mention, Chris Boswell. Damn right. Chris Boswell had a better year than Justin Tucker. And because he plays for the Steelers and the Steelers aren't great, and I know Justin Tucker is the best kicker ever. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He didn't have a better year than Chris Boswell did this year. He just did not. Period. Point blank. However, greatest ever, he gets in. But there were some snubs, man. There were definitely some Pro Bowl snubs that I didn't like. Let's go over to YouTube. My man, Gene the Bean. I shouldn't say my man. Gene the Bean. Martin Emerson from Cleveland. You can't be the highest rated corner and not make the Pro Bowl. Well, he wasn't the highest rated, but he should have made the Pro Bowl. The highest rated was L'Jarius Sneed. L'Jarius Sneed, there's no reason that he wasn't in the Pro Bowl. None whatsoever. There's no reason that Martin Emerson wasn't in the Pro Bowl. There's no reason. Now, unless you want to take Denzel Ward off and put Emerson on, I'd be okay with that. But the person that's got to come off is Jalen Ramsey. Look, I'm not saying Jalen Ramsey's lost a step. I'm not saying Jalen Ramsey's not any good anymore. I'm not saying anything like that. But you can't play 9 games and make the Pro Bowl. You just can't. And the Pro Bowl kind of is what it is. All pro teams mean more. But the one thing that I will tell you, when it comes out to be the all pro teams, Jalen Ramsey's not going to be on that. He's not getting voted into being an all pro playing 9 football games. That's not going to help. Yeah, I mean, he's been good since he's been back. Don't get me wrong. Jalen Ramsey has been good, but it's 9 games. Actually, it's 8 because they haven't even got to the 9th game yet. So I don't know. It's just, he just, again, I'm not saying Ramsey is bad. I'm not saying he's lost a step. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm just saying it's hard to be a Pro Bowler if you've played 9 games. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Great player, didn't deserve to make the Pro Bowl. But there were some snubs, man. L'Jarius Sneed, Antonio Winfield Jr. I mean, they gave Julian Love a spot in the Pro Bowl because of 2 passes that Jalen Hurts threw to him on Monday Night Football. And he made 2 interceptions. From that, fans saw it and voted him in. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. He had no business being on the Pro Bowl ahead of Antonio Winfield Jr. Just none. And again, by saying all this, it doesn't mean that guys are bad football players. It just means that other guys play better. That's all. That's all it means, man. Just means other guys played better. That's it. And I just want to see the recognition go to the people that deserve it. First of all, it's a lot of money that some people could be missing out on. You know, Pro Bowls, that's in your contract. There's some incentives that come with that. You don't make a Pro Bowl? I mean, you could be losing out on who knows how much money. And for nonsense, yeah, man, I didn't like it. A lot of people said Brandon Ayuk over Puka. I didn't agree with that one. Puka got to be in Pro Bowl. Puka's got to be in the Pro Bowl. Now, if you want to take out Mike Evans, I think Amon-Ra, Mr. St. Brown, should have been in over Mike Evans. Now, I love Mike Evans' consistency. Mike Evans is an absolute Hall of Fame receiver when it's time to go. But I think you could have given to St. Brown. St. Brown could have been in this year, man. St. Brown's could have easily been in the Pro Bowl this year over Mike Evans. Let's see. Should Mika have got in? Hey, man, I love my Steelers. I think Mika Fitzpatrick is the best free safety in football. He wasn't this year. He was hurt. He was hurt a lot of the year. Same thing with Jalen Ramsey. I mean, you play half the games, you can't be a Pro Bowler. You play half the games, you can't be a Pro Bowler. Like I said, I love Mika Fitzpatrick. I think he's outstanding when he's healthy. He wasn't healthy this year. He just wasn't healthy this year. How do you make it when you're not healthy? That's my only, should I say, throwback. Pushback. Can't make it when you're not healthy, man. A lot of people, yeah, that's a good point. My man, Mike the Ruler over here on YouTube, he's saying a lot of people are saying Josh Allen, but he has too many turnovers. I could have seen if you said Josh Allen. Here's the thing that's funny. A lot of people are saying Josh Allen should have got in over Tua. I mean, over Tua? I don't know. I mean, and Josh Allen has a ton of turnovers, but he also has a ton of touchdowns too. So we'll see. My hometown boy, Jordan Poyer, been the anchor of the Bills back in. Yeah, but he's not a Pro Bowler. He's not a Pro Bowler. Good player, not Pro Bowler. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I like Josh Allen. I like that conversation between Josh Allen and Tua. I like Tua. I like Tua better, man. Let's see. What will the Pro Bowl setup, what will be the Pro Bowl setup anyway this year? Well, they don't play. They're moving it to Orlando, and they're doing the flag football. I don't know about you guys. I know flag football is definitely better than the game. I think flag football still is a risk to injury. I think it's still a big risk to injury. So, I was not for, with all the money that's involved and guys getting hurt, I wasn't for the game anymore. But all the skills competitions and all that kind of stuff, they're doing tug of war this year. I'm for that. I'm for it. Football is different than basketball and baseball, man. The chance for injury in football and is just too great. You can't have that exhibition football game like that, because some guys are going hard, some guys are not. In basketball, and it's not that nobody can ever get hurt, because you can. But in basketball, somebody's going hard. Like, somebody's going up for a dunk. Nobody's getting in the way in basketball. Or somebody goes hard, down the court. You can get out of the way. In football, you're running through people, over people, falling into legs, into knees, hitting somebody over them, something like that. It's just, it makes it too difficult for me. So, for your information, let's see here. What do we got? Over on YouTube, Gene the Bean again. For your information, this is Joe. Forgot to tell you. Just in here because my girl got YouTube Premium. Hey, man, it's all good, Joe. Have her subscribe. That helps us too, man. Subscribe on her page, brother. We appreciate it. We absolutely appreciate it. That's the thing. We will take wives. We'll take girlfriends. We'll take cousins. Everybody. Join in and subscribe, man. We want everybody. So let's move on. And let's open this thing up, man. So as far as football and the playoffs are concerned, let's talk a little college football real quick. Let's talk a little college football real quick. Michigan and Washington. And we'll get into a ton of it tomorrow because, the game is on Monday. So we're going to talk a ton of it tomorrow. Who do y'all like? I like Michigan. I like Michigan playing ball control. And I like Michigan winning the game. If Michigan can keep the ball away from Washington and go on long drives, because Washington's defense, let's just be honest, it's not any good. You can go on long 10, 12, 14 play drives and end up with 6 points. Michigan's going to win the game. Michigan will win the game. But if you don't, and you allow Washington to have that football, they're going to score. They're going to move the ball up and down the field, man. They're going to do it. So, Steve Ritchie heard a rumor that Michigan offered 10 years, $125 million. That's not a rumor. They did it. They absolutely did it. So, it just depends. I think that I heard today that the Chargers might offer him $150 to go to the Chargers. So I think that could be what he ends up doing. I think he was gone anyway because he's done dealing with the NCAA. But $150 to go to the Chargers and Justin Herbert, I would do that if I'm him. I would I would do that all day long if I'm a John Harbaugh. All day long. Guindo, why do you hate it but Michigan? You're not an Ohio State fan, are you, Guindo? And thank you for coming back to the live, Guindo. We missed you, brother. I appreciate you getting back here. But you're not a Michigan or an Ohio State person, are you? I didn't think you were. Yeah, the money for coaches is starting to get up there. You're exactly right, Steve. The money for college coaches and pro coaches is starting to get up there. So, and that's a good point over on TikTok, A1 Joe. If Michigan wins a chip, he's gone. Yeah. I think he's gone anyway because, to piggyback off of what Paul Feinstein said, he's done what he came to Michigan to do, was get them back relevant again. He's done that. He's made Michigan relevant again. So, well, look at that. James Edwards on TikTok said, I am invited to his wedding. I'll go. Well, it depends on where it's at and is the food going to be good? If the food's good, I'll go. Me and the missus will show up. For sure. I got no problem with that. Just let me know where it is. Hopefully somewhere hot. But yeah, man, I think Michigan wins the game. I think Harbaugh rides off into the sunset as a champion. I think Washington will play well, but I think Michigan will be more physical on offense and just control the clock. So let's move back to the NBA, man. And we're bouncing around today. But I want to start talking more NBA. Look, NFL season has got about a month left, and sports doesn't die. It doesn't die with the NFL. So we'll be talking NBA. We'll be talking college sports. So if you guys want to bring those questions up or bring that right now, we can talk about any of it. But let's talk a little NBA right now. And I'll ask you guys, best 5 teams in the NBA right now. It's got to be the Nuggets, Celtics, Philly, the Bucks. And then it gets tricky. I mean, I think OKC would have to be 5. Am I off base? So I think it's, just like it's, and not necessarily in order. But the top 5 teams, Nuggets, Celtics, Bucks, Philly, and the Thunder. That's who I'm thinking are the best 5 teams in the NBA right now. And I don't know if y'all seen the Thunder. The Thunder are playing good basketball. Right now, man. They're playing good basketball. I think it's, I don't know. They're young, but they're playing tough. And I think in the playoffs, it might become an issue because they haven't been there before. But I like the Thunder. Man. I do. They got a leader. They play well. They're athletic. They're long. Yeah, I like the Thunder. I would like it better if they were next year, but I like it. So, by the way, man, anybody in here, please, if you're on TikTok, please keep tapping the screen, man, and share the live, invite some people in. Share the live out. We appreciate it. And if you're in here and you're not following, please give us a follow. We appreciate it. And then when you do, click on the link, the YouTube link in my bio, and come on over to YouTube, man, and join the chat over in YouTube. I promise you it is better. And anybody over here will tell you that. And you get access to a lot more stuff. Podcasts, interviews, videos, Hot Soup Fantasy Football, LTB Sports, ton of sports content, man. There's just a ton of content over on Big B Sports Talk. Come and check it out. Man. Anyway, let's see. The Clippers. Yeah, Gwendo. Yes. Watch out for the Clippers. But it's all about Kawhi's health. Yes. Kawhi and Paul George's health. But I love it. The Clippers are playing good basketball right now, aren't they? The Clippers seem like they figured out a little something. James Harden. Playing good ball. Now it's January, and we've seen this story before, but the Clippers are playing good basketball. So here's the thing about the Celtics. And, Mike DeRuler. Hold on a second. Before I even go there, Mike DeRuler's got a good point over here on YouTube. He says it's the T-Wolves, Celtics, Bucks, Thunder, Nuggets. He's got the T-Wolves versus Philly. I don't know. I am not a believer in the T-Wolves. And the reason why, I don't believe Cat is that guy. I don't think he's tough. I don't think he's tough at all. And when push comes to shove, I mean, they don't care about their teammates. You saw what they let Draymond do to their teammate. They let him choke him out. I just don't believe in the T-Wolves, man. I don't. I think they're soft, and they are great defensively. But I think he is soft. Anthony Edwards is going to be he's a great scorer, great athlete, great player. Let's just say great player. Not sure about in the playoffs. We'll see. We'll see. I would them and the Thunder, we'll see in the playoffs. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I like the Nuggets. The Nuggets seem like they're just kind of coasting along. And that's kind of what championship teams do. You know what I'm saying? After you win it, you just start playing good and you're just coasting along. You'll lose a few here and there, but they're just playing to get a decent seed and get to the playoffs. I like what the Nuggets are doing. I like what they're doing. I thought Bruce Brown would be more of it would hurt him more, but it hasn't so far. It hasn't so far. Plus Indy. Look at Indy, the Pacers. The Pacers aren't playing bad. Tyrese Halliburton says, hello. I got to be in this chat for top 5 point guard in the league. Tyrese Halliburton playing good basketball, people. Playing real good basketball. Got an ugly shot, and that thing goes in. Got one of the ugliest shots in basketball, and that thing goes in. More power to him. He's another guy. Doesn't get sped up. Not the quickest guy, but he'll get right by you when he needs to. Gets to any spot he wants to on the court. I love him. I love the way he plays. I love the way he plays. And we're going to come up with some stuff. We're going to come up with some stuff as far as, and I'll put out some posts. It'll probably be more on YouTube, but we'll come up with some posts as far as who's good, who's not. We'll see. Well, is Halliburton or De'Aaron Fox? I guess that's a good question to ask. Do y'all like Halliburton or do you like De'Aaron Fox more? Who's better? I love the pace that Fox plays with. Not to mention, Fox is so much faster than everybody. But I like Halliburton too, man. It's tough to choose. It's tough to choose. Gwendo says, the Celtics, can Brown and Tatum both show up in key playoff games? That's the thing with the Celtics. And I was going to get to that. The Celtics, I think their downfall. Now, the NBA isn't played in the inside anymore, but it can be, and I think it should be. They just have no inside presence. Nothing. Even with Porzingis. I mean, he's not a post guy. So is that going to cause problems? I think it will. I think it will. And you're right, Gwendo. As far as Brown and Tatum playing, I mean, Jaylen Brown still can't dribble with his left hand. Let's talk about that for a second, people. Jaylen Brown still cannot dribble with his left hand. That's the thing. Still can't dribble with his left hand. Redneck, you got to watch basketball, brother. Basketball is okay. Basketball is okay. You got to watch some basketball. But Jaylen Brown still can't dribble with his left hand. It's a problem, people. It's a problem. So, but we'll see what happens, man. I usually don't start paying attention to the NBA until after Christmas, basically until after the Super Bowl. But I've paid attention this year. The in-season tournament, they were playing good basketball, so I've started watching. It's good basketball. It's good basketball. But let's get back to the NFL. Let's get back to the NFL. Last week of the season, and we'll definitely dive in this tomorrow. Again, by the way, Big B Sports Daily, or Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. And that kind of gets me thinking, 4 p.m., let's talk about it for a second. Is that the best time? Do we need to make a change? So I got a couple of people that sent me messages saying, hey, can you move back the time? I don't know. Me and my guys, our team, will have to talk about it and see if that's a good time. Moving it back an hour or two, whatever the case may be. We'll see. We'll see. If y'all think we should, we'll move it back. We're not moving it to 1 a.m., A1. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. If it works out best and we need to do that, we'll move it. And, the goon squad, as you all are, the goon squad, y'all can call it. Y'all can have an opinion. We're not going to not let the goon squad have an opinion. So, Benji says AD has been carrying the Lakers, though. Has AD been carrying the Lakers? No, he hasn't. No, he has not. AD's had good games, but here's the thing. AD will score 40, and then AD will score 11. Stop with the carrying. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. So, and I think AD's been playing good basketball this year, but he hadn't been carrying the Lakers. So let's see the games this weekend as far as NFL is concerned. The big one, I think, is Miami against the Bills. Miami and the Bills. So I think that's the big game of the weekend. Winner takes the division. If Buffalo loses, they're out. Miami, if they lose, they drop to the 6th seed. We got to have, and then I got to have, Miami's got to win. I just need Miami to win. Because for my Steelers to make the playoffs, we got to win, and we got to have either Jacksonville or Buffalo lose. I don't see Jacksonville losing to the Titans. So I need Buffalo to lose this game so they can be out. That would make my heart happy. And we got to do it. The Steelers got to win, first of all. Although they can get in with a multitude of ways if they lose. Hey, win the game first. Let's do that. Let's go win the game. Miami got to win. Otherwise, Miami goes on the road and they're the 6th seed going to Kansas City. You think Miami's going to beat the Chiefs in Miami? They could, but I don't know. And then all that talk about how good Miami was kind of goes out the window, doesn't it? I mean, I don't think they're going to Kansas City where it's going to be 25 degrees and winning a playoff game. I just don't think they're going to do that. So, yeah, man, that was good to see. Tyreek was good. That was nuts. That fire. That was absolutely nuts. So, no guest today, A1. No guest today, man. So, we'll see. Actually, yeah, no, not today. Not today. We're not doing it today. There was some graphic stuff that was going on, but it's all good. But yeah, that's the big game. Steelers got to win. Buffalo lose. Now, we know, now the other big game, obviously, is the Colts taking on the Texans. One of those teams got to win. Because if the Steelers win and they tie, Steelers are in. Because the Steelers will have another win, more wins than both of them. So Stroud is back. So Stroud playing, we'll see what happens. It's going to be tough, man. That's going to be another good game. Another good game. The game that nobody seems to be talking about that I think is actually going to be another one of those big games, even though one of the teams can't make the playoffs, is the Bears and Green Bay. The Bears and Green Bay. I think the Bears are going to play Green Bay extremely tough. Guys are playing for their jobs in Green Bay, including the head coach. He's coaching for his job. Or not Green Bay, but for the Bears, for Chicago. Justin Fields is saying, I want to stay. I'm good. I want to stay. Build around me. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. The Bears absolutely have a chance to play spoiler. The Bears absolutely have a chance to play spoiler. And if they do, I would love it. Yeah. Yeah, Welder Rick. I like Fields. I like Fields making a difference. So I like Fields making a difference. Build around him. You got him there. Who's to say those other quarterbacks are going to be any good? And you're starting over with a rookie. Keep what you got. Is Caleb Williams or Drake May, or first of all, are they even better than him? And if they are they that much better that you have to give up that much? I don't think you do it. I think you keep what you got. They got an opportunity to become really good here pretty quickly. They need to do it. They need to do it. So that'll be a good game. But I love Jordan Love as well. Jordan Love's playing good football. Jordan Love's playing really good football. The last 6 weeks, Jordan Love has played great football for the Green Bay Packers. He has told everybody and put everybody on notice, yeah, I'm okay. Y'all don't have to worry. The Green Bay's got another good quarterback. Now, does that mean he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers? No. But it means y'all don't have to worry about this position. I got it covered. And I'm only going to get better next year. And if they put some better weapons around me, rebuild this offensive line, we're going to be good again. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like what Green Bay's doing. I like that they stuck with it. I like that they stuck with it. A lot of people sitting. I can't wait for the playoffs, though. I'll be honest with you. I cannot wait for the playoffs. I think this year, I think the parity in the NFL is at an all-time high. I think the parity that the NFL has this year is at an all-time high. I really do. So we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. We're going to shut this one down for the day, people. We're going to shut this one down. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys for the support. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time. Remember, when you come back, bring a friend. TikTok, keep following, man. If you're in here and you're not following, keep giving us a follow. Bring another friend. Share the live. Tell everybody all about it. We'll be back tomorrow, man. In the meantime, you guys have a good one, and aloha.